Hi, in today's video I'm going to go through some papers and at the end I'll show you how I organize some things. I can't seem to hold this camera straight to save my life, but anyway, welcome to Darcy's Misadventures with Mixed Media. I'm Darcy, and if you're watching this on a big screen TV, my face is huge. And there's my thumb. Okay, I'm going to go through my papers. I've got 2 shelves of papers there to go through, plus, well, you don't need to look at me the whole time, plus a whole bunch over here. So my goal is to clear off this shelf and move the papers to a different place and also get rid of some papers. So I've got different categories, book pages being one of them. These are book pages. We'll stick those right there. And then I have cardstock. That is either dyed or, I don't know, it's just cardstock. And then I've got gel plate prints that are not on cardstock. So those would get their own pile. And that should be what this whole pile, oh, nope, there's some cardstock in there. Because I use them differently, so I want them separate. Does that make sense? Plus, cardstock is thicker, and so it takes up more space. That's not quite cardstock, but it's not thin paper either. Also, it's an original of, that one's got a thing out of it, but that's okay. It's an original of one of my digitals. See, that's heavier paper too. But that one's, I'll still put it there. It's shinier and a little bit. See, it's an in-between. I don't know. What do I do? Do I need a whole new stack just for the in-between paper? Maybe. I don't know. Hope you can hear me all right. I didn't add an extra camera. By camera, I mean microphone. I did not add an extra microphone, is what I'm trying to say. Can you see my pile? I don't know. That's just gel prints. All right, and then these are book pages that I'm actually putting together to sell, and they go in a different spot, but this one ended up on the floor and didn't get as many pages as the other ones. So there's that. And this is just cotton paper. This is half of a sticker sheet. Don't know what I'll do with that. But copy paper, type paper, actually that can go over here because it's resume paper, and that's right. We'll just stick it on top for now. All right, then we have more book pages. And more book pages. And then we have vintage pages, which actually have their own section. So the really old pages, like this, get their own, they have their own box, basically. So I will set them over here. And this is, it's book page, but it's already been, so really it needs to go in scraps. And then this is collage piece, and I have a place for collage pieces that goes with my, all right, what's this? This goes with vintage. This book page, and then this is digital. I can stick the digitals there. This is vellum, which is specialty paper. That's got its own place. All right, these are book pages, but I'm not as likely to use them. Oh, although I might have saved that one for the little penguin. All right, are these ones that I thought that I would actually use? Lady in a spider web? No. Don't worry about insects. Don't worry about popular opinion. No, I don't need those. Those I can let go. Where's the let go pile? I haven't got a let go pile yet. Plastic bags. Okay. And the fish with the frying pan kind of amuses me, but I can let it go. This is an empty notebook. Kind of empty. Something's in there. What is that? Oh, it's instructions for hand and foot and books and runs. I had that at the pond one year. I tend to bring a new notebook with me every year, or used to when I went to the pond. If I had my life, all right, that can go. These actually can go. I have tons of these. There's so many of these. It's ridiculous. Okay. And few of these book pages I'll keep, but I don't really want to or need to keep all of them. But I don't know which ones I would keep. Oh, a husky. I would definitely keep a husky. So the husky page I'll keep. Sheltie I'd keep. Terrier I keep. Oh, I can't remember. Oh, was it Pomeranian? No, it wasn't. What kind of dog is Sweetie? I can't remember. Alright, I'm thinking it was a Pomeranian, but can't remember for sure. Those I can let go of. Alright. I wish I could pause on that, but... So these I just need to go through and let go of some and keep some. For now, they're going in the same with those. They're just going in the book page, the book page pile right now, and I'll go through that later. This is a journal page that's already done, and I have a place for those. Oh, I have a place for collage pieces, sure, right there. And then this is pages that I use in journals, and they'll have their own file too. All right, same with, and then we've got art type paper, like tracing paper, or mixed media paper. They're actually going in a new place. They have a new home, so there's more mixed media paper. So art paper, watercolor paper, printing paper, anything like that. Oh, specialty paper, vellum paper is right here. Music manuscript is what I use for journal pages. That's just a piece of cardboard, which can actually go with my shipping stuff. What else is up here? Composition notebook, because I may want to use that at some point. I'll stick it in here. Music paper. Except this isn't the music part. This is just the other bits, but it's nice big paper. So I like to use it to like make pockets and stuff like that. I'm gonna put it on a book page for right now. And then that's cardstock, but it's plain cardstock. So that's a different pile. More papers that I might use for journal pages. More paper to print on. That's gel plate. That's a gel plate. These are folders that I was doing trying a hanging folder thing. It didn't. That is not quite gel plate. It's just a dyed paper. Alright, these are gel plate. They're on. See, they feel like they're on like this type of paper, kind of. Yeah. So that'll go. Alright, that's just a mixed media piece that I kind of want to cut down. And this is 12 by 12. That's gel plate printed, so it can go with the 12 by 12 paper. So need another pile for that. Okay, that is, you know, all right. Book pages, like trains. So I was starting to collage my folders to put papers in, but I'm probably not gonna do the hanging file. Actually, I do have a box where I can use those, so I will save those. What's in here? Sort of, just like these are like, they definitely need work, but I did kind of do them gel platey or painty papers. Gel plate papers and painty papers can go in the same pile. This is actually collage. That go there. That is watercolor paper. This is mixed media paper. These are recipes. All right, so now we're down to stuff that goes in my personal journals. These are cardstock, but they're smaller. Actually, that one I glued onto there. So those scraps, I think. All right, then we have book page, book page, book page, book page, book page. Music, but it's more like what I use. Book page, book page, book page, book page. I hope that you guys can see this all right. More book pages. I really need to, and this goes, I have another shelf for that. That is straw paper. Actually that's a pack I'm trying to put in my store. Scraps but that's regular scraps. See, these are cardboard scraps. These are regular scraps. Then we have coffee dyed paper, which is, this is the size that I would probably use in a little golden book. So that's a whole thing on its own. All right, more papers to use in journal pages. These are digitals. I could actually copy on the other side. But I'll put those in the use as journal pages. This is vintage, but it's all ripped up. It's used for collage. And we have some notebook paper, which I would use in a journal for book pages. And then we've got, I'm gonna let those go. And more of that. And we have these music pages, which go landscape. Love those. And I've got some decorative paper that has its own spot. This drafting paper will go with the art paper, tracing paper kind of a deal. Then we have more book page. This is just random pieces of weird sizes. I don't know what to do with that. Probably just gonna trash it. Don't hate me. More papers. All right, and then we've got the odd size papers that are not 6x6 or 8x8, and they're kind of cardstocky. But like, I'll keep all the wallpaper ones, and I love the ones I got from the Smash book. That's what those are. This is cardstock. I'm not as likely to use that or that or that. I will use that. So we'll have a pile of keep and not keep. There, that's the not keep of the cardstock. I'm not gonna make a mermaid journal. Thought I would at some point in my life. I think I have. All right, that's all wrinkled up and weird. That's a little too weird pink for me. Don't need to. Well, I know I've used. I can't let go of Winnie the Pooh. I don't know why. What is my problem? But that's not cardstock. That's regular. All right, regular paper. I got all these pieces because I thought for sure I'd use them, or some of them were from some people, and then I never did. So they're gonna go in my goodbye pile. I have used this a few times, but I'm over it now. And I think I've kept some of these, so I'm good on that front. This is just paper cardstock, letting that go. This is train stuff, but it's book pages, so it's gonna go in there. This is, I have a couple of these books. I don't know if this is one I got at the thrift store or this is the one I got at Walmart. I don't love the color. I'm letting it go. I do love that paper. What is this? This is, it's a little wrinkled, but it's like older aged paper that came from somewhere. That's trash. I'll put it with the copy paper, I guess. This one's Office Max. This one's probably the one. I still have another one. I'm gonna let that one go. Then you've got, this is just scrap. This is cardstock, coffee dyed cardstock, which kind of has its own, hopefully will have its own pile. All right, we got more gel plate painty papers, cardstock, mixed media paper. Those are from a kit I made. And I hope you could see. Can you see? Should I bring you down just a little bit more? I know it's from the side. Sorry. And then my belly. We don't need to see the belly. We don't have to keep looking at this. I don't know. Can we zoom in? Oh, that's where the camera is. I don't love these. I don't know if I'll use them or not. See that? I love for a fall journal. Well, anyway, we're just sorting right now. We can let go of things later. We're just, I don't know. So those are all painty papers. These are dyed cardstock. Like coffee dyed and this kind of dyed can all go in the same pile. Does anybody know where I put that piece of coffee dyed paper? No, seriously, where did it go? The coffee dyed cardstock that I had like 2 seconds ago. Are we serious? Are we serious with this? This is my issue here, people. All right, that's scrapbook paper. Put that in that general area. And then, oh, here it is, right here. Okay. These are all cardstock dyed type papers. All right, cardstock. This should all be cardstock. And, well, that could be considered painty paper. Or it can end up being the folder I put it in. This is, it's, whatchamacallit. But it's more like that kind of paper. That's cardstock. Alright, and then these are the color combinations that I've done that I haven't cut up yet. So, I don't know what to do with those. They get their own special place, I guess. I don't know. I don't need to save that. I mean, I totally could. Apparently, I had to keep testing my printer. Copy paper. This is cardstock that I stamped. And then, alright, so this is all inked up type cardstock, which I guess that is too, actually. That's more inked than painted, isn't it? This is the problem when you want to hyper, you know, you want to micro sort, is that you end up with these issues of where does that go? Where does that go? That is digital, actually. Do I have a pile for digitals yet? They're up there. Oh yeah, I did. I had the there it is. Digital. Morning, sweetie. This is paper cardstock. Okay. And then got some iridescent shiny paper. I'm not likely to use that. I have a whole note. I don't know if I kept a notebook of this or not, but I hardly ever use it. It's just really thick cardstock. I'm just gonna let it go, I think. I think that might be what this whole box is. I'm not sure. Let that go. Yeah, I must have taken that out of the package. Let that go. More cardstock. I think this is the one I don't like as much of the craft paper cardstock. And then I've got tons more parchment paper somewhere. And then we've got, this is just, I've got tons of that. I'm just gonna let that go. And, all right, so I think this paper I had out because I was making the, I had the folios, but I'm not doing that anymore. I'm letting those go. This has got a little bit of paint on the back, but it's also, it's kind of a, it's an image, what do you, it's sort of a scrap, but it could also be a book page, and it's sort of got paint on the back. It's a drop paper, actually. Could use it for more drop paper. Or just put it there for now. All right. These are cardstock. You know, let's go in this box. How's that? What's in here? Look, but wait, there's more. This is just, I haven't even got to the shelves yet. This is ridiculous. Okay, these are scraps. Now, a lot of these are papers that I had already folded. That is apple cake recipe. That goes in that, oh, the box that I can't reach now. That's scrap of fabric. All right, more. These are that you can get on Amazon. That would be book pages, really. So I could put those here. This is all book page stuff. It's a tall way, apparently. And then this is thicker, but it's smaller. There. And then these are scrapbook pages, but I think I wanted to use them in, I don't know. They're essentially book pages now because I've already folded them. But, all right, dyed paper, more of that dyed paper. This was for a specific size journal that never happened. I do have the cover for it still. I don't know. This is dyed paper. It's I don't know, beet. It might be beet. and scrap of the digital, and these are just scrapbook pages. These might have been the ones I picked to keep. I didn't keep many. What did I do with the, that's digital. There they are, right there. All right, this is another piece to cut up. More decorative paper. You know, whatchamacallit. That is too. That's what this is. So when this box is empty, I'll use it for the decorative type paper. That's kind of a scrap cardboard, cardstock scrap. I consider that a cardstock scrap. Put that with the scraps. Gel plate. See, some of these, they just need, they're kind of scraps, but kind of not scraps. They're just gel plate prints that just need to be made into journal cards, basically. So I'm putting them in a scrap pile for now, and then I'll deal with them. That is sort of heavy. Heavier cardstock, 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 cardstock dyed paper, which was there. All right, now the decorative paper can go in here, so I can find it easily. But wait, there's more. This is sad. All right, I think this is papers, and this is it's rice paper. It goes in my artsy paper. That is over there. That can go there. It's big enough. Dyed paper right there. Scrapbook paper I probably won't use. And that is scrap. It's a girl. Nope, not likely to use it. That might get used. Those probably won't. Scrapbook paper is there. And then we've got this paper, which I would use as pages in a journal. So that would go in that pile as well. These are pages I made for my friend that I never actually finished. I mean, well, these aren't, but these are things that I need to sew, basically. So they're in a to-do pile. Here, we'll put these in the to-do pile. There's a to-do pile. And that's a scrap. And some more of these pages that can go in journals. So we have coffee filters. They go up there. And that's just a piece of cardboard. A couple of shipping stuff. Dyed oh, this is an actual journal page because I've already, but I'm just going to put it with the dyed paper. That is cards. I'm going to let that go. That's going to go with that. That's going to go there. Then we've got collage papers. I had a pile for collage papers right there. Dyed paper. Alright, are we just about, that's another one of those vintage packs that goes in shop stuff. Whoops. Alright, now we are to the shelves, finally. So, I like, the thing is, these for big book pages, while I kind of like to use them in books, I more so like to use them to make pockets and stuff. But how many pockets am I going to make? I don't know. But I think these are the ones that I'd already picked and thought, well, they would work good in journals. So this one I'm going to put with my glue book stuff because that's where I would mostly use that. All right, book pages. I think that's from an Ideals magazine. And then that's from, what's her name? And these are not shiny. I kind of just like how these are. But I also think I would just like to do painty papers out of those. But for now, they're book pages. So right now they're going in book pages. This is book page or calendar? That's calendar. But it's going to go with book pages. And here is an Ideals magazine, book pages. And that, I can let that go. This is like tracing paper or drafting paper. It can go over there. And that can be copy paper. This is wrapping paper. think I might just put wrapping paper and, oh, they remind me of Sweetie. It's kind of, she's cuter though. I'm gonna let that go. I think I like that for a fall journal, but I'm gonna let it go. And this wallpaper, not wallpaper, wrapping paper. I think I'm gonna put it with the wallpaper, I think is what I'm trying to say. All right, we got more here. Oh my goodness. These are all, should all be book pages. And I'm gonna have to, I'll go through and sort through the book pages because I don't need this many. I think if I have like 2 or 3 shelves of book pages, that will be enough. Because I can have children's book and I can have botanical and I don't know, maybe another theme besides that. So this is all children's book pages here. I guess the other one could be nature because I do a lot of that. And this is just half-size pieces of paper, which could work for braille sheets, but I also have a bunch of pages that would work for braille sheets. This is engineering pages, but they'd be fun to use as journal pages, which is why I have it. In the wrong place though. More book pages. I'm gonna run out of room for book pages because it's under the tripod here. More book pages. Ooh, I'm gonna have to go through these book pages and get them down to what I'll actually use. Alright, oh, this was something somebody gave me, some of it. Alright, this goes with the cardstock. Here it is. Odd size papers. These were from a free bin, but they're just kind of fun. The flounder fish can change, like, I just thought they were fun. I kept those separate from the ones that didn't have any writing, I guess. And then that's trash. And I think that was in the coloring book or somewhere, maybe in the free bin, I don't know. And then we've got, see, these I would use as journal pages. That I would use as a, well, I might print on the other side. I gotta remember that I can do that. I can print on the other side of the stuff. This is sort of a textured, but I'd still use it as a journal page, which is what's in here. And then this is stuff that someone in a group sent me, and I'm kind of being selfish with it and just want to put it in my own journal, which is okay. You can do that. You can, especially if someone sends you stuff, it can be kept separate for your own. It is what, just, I have a bunch of those. I don't know if I'll keep that or not. I don't know. More. I'm going to clean off this shelf. I love that book. It was so cute, this little gardening book. Frog and Toad, because we don't have, that's like the whole, is it the whole book though? No, it is all cut up inside. I don't know why I saved this is from somebody. Coloring book page, gently putting it on there so I don't shake you too much. More book page. Definitely gonna have to go through the book pages. I don't need this many book pages. Definitely not. I think I actually have a bunch more too. Alright, that is just paper. I could use a book page. That is paper, but it feels different. Why does it feel different? I don't know. That actually might be nice to use as braille sheets. Or I could use them as pages in the journal because we like different sizes, right? Okay, more. Gently. Oops, I'm moving you, sorry. I'm almost to the end of the, these are all book pages. These should all be book pages. All right, I'm gonna leave that stack of book pages there. This is some eco-dyed papers I tried at some point. They've changed color over time. But that doesn't mean I can't use them in the journal. That's just vellum. Oh, it does have a little bit on there. So I just need to use these in some journals. They're regular pages and they're cardstock pages, but I need to use them. And And then got some painty paper, which is, I mean, what, I don't know. That's my grungy painty paper. More. This is the wrinkled stuff. But it's dyed. It didn't go in that pot. I'll put that with, well, some of it's cut. This is what freezes me. So I don't know what to do. All right. More of this. And then we have some graph paper. I don't know if this is the kind that I'll try that. I'm going to put that to the side because I'm going to get it wet. And if the lines stay, I'll keep it. If the lines go, I'm not keeping it. All right. Art paper. Going in a different space. There's some watercolor paper. Has a new home. Watercolor paper. Has a new home. Let's see. Calligraphy art. That's all art paper. All right. And then we have just a notebook. Apparently Joel started writing something in there. We'll let Joel have that notebook in case he wants to keep writing in there. And this was really cool. This has graph paper and then it has the yellow. So that I'll keep in that pile. This is an old notebook. And it was one of my mom's that she started. But I guess she never really finished it. But I might just use it and start doing some morning pages. I've thought about getting back to doing morning pages. What are morning pages? Morning pages are just pages that you write in the morning. And you try not to think about it. And you just free write. You just write. You just write and you write and you write. So those are book pages. See, this used to be my favorite way to store papers, is with these types of things, which I still do, but now I have them laying on the other shelves, and I really like that way that I do it as well. So, take these off of here, and now I'm going to have room for books. So the books that are over on the tall shelf are going to come over here, but we still have more. But wait, there's more. All right, there's more drop papers. Those with those, I guess. And then this black paper I'm going to put with the art paper because I would use it for what is this? What is it? This is photo album paper. I would use it on my gel plate, so it's going with the art paper. That is just a piece of cardboard. What else have we got here? This folder that's been here forever. Oh, because it's mine. You can't have it. Nathan did that. Where's my box of mine, it's all mine. Canvas paper goes with art paper. A piece of canvas. Alright, we got here sketchbook, which, look at this last page. Isn't that gorgeous? Look how aged and yellow that is. I love that. The edges are a little bit, but it's not a bright white paper, which is nice. Pretty sure I got it at the thrift store or from my aunt, one of the others, because she gets stuff for cheap. So another sketchbook. So that goes with art paper. This is just, let's see. I mean, I could use it. It says sketch pad type paper. I got it at the thrift store. More sketchbook paper. I think I can let go of some of this sketchbook paper, but I'm not sure which ones yet. Look. That's just, oh, see, this would be a good one for, I was using it as a wipe off page, and then I forgot about it apparently. Those are the notebooks there. Another sketchbook. Shocker. Oh, I think my son drew these. He's quite the artist, isn't he? He's a while back. He doesn't draw as much lately. I really like this little mosaic looking bird right there. I think I might have to get his permission to borrow that idea. Alright, and then we have mixed media paper. I might overbuy mixed media paper, you think? Oh, look, I don't think I bought, well, this one I might have got at Five and Below. But all the other ones, sketchbook papers, either were given to me or were bought from my boys or I got at the thrift store. I need to stop buying. Alright, this is mixed media paper. I do not like this mixed media paper. It's DiViazzi. I hate it, actually. I'm letting it go. I don't need to keep it. And we have this printmaking paper, which I was not that impressed with when I printed with it. I'm gonna let it go. And we've got more mixed media paper. I have a problem that, oh, this is the tan. Yeah, love playing in that one. I forget about them though, don't I? Because they're over in this corner that I can usually not get to. This is watercolor paper, cold pressed watercolor paper, an unopened one, because if I get one, I usually buy two, because either it was on sale or, I don't know, more watercolor paper, more calligraphy paper. Then we have black. Ooh, I got to try that on the gel plate. What weight is it? 60 pound. All right, that goes with the art paper. Tracing paper. See, at one point I couldn't. Heavyweight mixed paper. I pretty much use all the pieces I want to use from that. It can go. Drawing, that was 99 cents. I got enough sketching ones. I don't think I need to keep that drawing one. I don't think I need to keep this one, which is probably from the Dollar Tree. All right, for that matter, I probably don't need to keep the, oh my goodness. This mixed media paper, jumbo pad. Actually, I don't mind that paper. Be Inspired. I think I got this one at Walmart. It's 120 sheets, 114 pounds, so a little bit heavier than some of the other stuff. Yeah, the place where I want to put my art paper might not be there. Then I have this handmade paper, which goes in that pile. And these journal sheets, but I don't need to keep them all. I'll just keep a few. I got them out of a journal and thought they'd make good journal pages. But yeah, don't need to keep them all. These were out of a journal. And so they make it, and these are the cardstocky pieces that can go. Where did that pile go? Oh, they're in a box. They're in that box right there. There's stuff on it now because I moved those out for some reason. And that's mixed media piece. This is old vintage. That's going to go in the vintage pile. Monthly planner. So they're just like, maybe I should start using this. I'm going to let that go. This is vellum, just smaller sheets of vellum. And that goes in my vellum pile. And more manuscript paper, which I think I will dye some of that. More graph paper. Get more graph paper. This has smaller, I have enough graph paper though. I'm gonna let that go. The yellow paper, your pipe connection, United States Steel. And watercolor paper. Alright, this was from the Dollar Tree. I don't really use it. Trash truck's here. So I'm gonna let that go. Yep, that's just, I'm gonna let that go. This, oh, I do like this paper. It's just the arc paper, but it's, I don't know, there's just something about it I like. I don't know, it goes in this pile. And another composition book. In case I do a glue book, I don't want to have to go out and buy another one. So I have 2 composition books and that's enough. This is an almost empty notebook. That can go. Okay, so this is all, I don't need that much of that. Alright, this one I think is recycled, but there's something about that particular line paper I like better than like this line paper with the holes. I mean, though it both has holes in it. So I'm gonna let these go. Oh, this notebook I like too because it's kind of aged. So that one can stay. This is, I don't know what this is. They can go. It's just paper. It's only paper. And we have, this is, oh, it's got a little texture to it. Alright, I'll keep a few pages of this for like nature journals. I'm sure I got it at the thrift store, but I don't need it all. Same with the yellow. And I don't think I like that brown one though. This one's alright. Save a few pieces for nature journals. That one, maybe a few pages. And the bright yellow, not for me. This is like remember that paper from art class? I kind of like it for that, just nostalgic. Alright, and this is just copy paper. And let you go over there. And paper on a pad, which is plain. I got enough plain paper in my life. Then this was stuff that came, so it'll end up being in, I don't know. It was in the free bin at 2nd and Charles. And I was like, well, those would be fun in a journal someday. Just, you know, random things. Those can go. These are for pages. All right, everything's off those shelves. Everything's sorted. And so now I need to do more of a micro sort. What is this? Oh, this is the rest of the, those must have fallen. That's more book page. Book page, book page, book. Sorry. Y'all are on top of the book pages. All right. So I definitely, my book pages that I want to keep, I need to pare down. Because this is not going to fit on 1 or 2 of those shelves. And my book pages, I need to pare down to about half. And my other piles aren't so bad. They'll fit on the shelves. So the goal is to pare this down in half and the book pages down in half. So I will come back later and show you what I ended up keeping and where I store it. Okay, so it's like almost 4 o'clock now. And I finished for today. I've moved all the books that I'm keeping over to that shelf where I started, and moved that chair from where it was. And over here are where I've put, the very bottom shelf are like lined papers and graph papers and stationery type papers, and the next one up is ledger papers and more vintagey papers. And then that next one up, which has like plastic around some of it, is the drafting paper, the tracing paper, the vellum, and the rice paper that I had. And then the next one up are children's book pages. The next one up after that is nature book pages. And then that right on top of the shelf is just miscellaneous book pages. And then right here to the left on this chair, this is all stuff that's going. So everything on top of the chair, that basket is overflowing. Everything on top of the chair and under the chair and that stack behind that box too. So that's all going. And then I just turned around. I stopped it. I figured I'll merge it together because turning is hard. So those are journals that I've made. And also those golden books, they're basically Pokey Little Puppy and Monster at the end of this book. I might buy them every time I see them. My onion skip paper is right there because I couldn't find another place to fit it. And that black, on the top of that labels and sticker sheets box, is that black scrapbook paper. And then down on here we have the straw paper. And I have stickers across the room that are going to go on that shelf under the straw paper, and then my scrapbook paper. And then on bottom is, on the left are my watercolor pads, on the right are my mixed media pads. And you can see on most of my mixed media pads, I went ahead and took out the spiral binding. They lay flatter that way. I kept the covers with them, so I know what they are though. The bottom ones, that's the big one from Walmart. And I think that's it. Well, I think that's most of what I worked on today. This shelf over here, whoops, sorry, is just empty bins now, and the Reader's Digest books I need to take care of. So those are all empty bins, and I'll figure out, you know, which ones I want to use when I get finished organizing and get rid of the rest. Maybe keep a small amount somewhere, but I can always get more, and you know, bins for organizing if I need them, but I don't want to have more stuff to organize. So I think that's pretty much, oh, I do have the other stuff went on the shelf that you've seen before. So, but yeah, it's And the journals that people have made me are in that box up, higher, in that box up there are journals from other people that I need to find a home for. And they will find a home. All right. Thank you for watching. I hope you all have a delightful day. Love you.